Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Walker Field for this 2021 fall scrimmage between your Ashland Clockers and the Wellesley Raiders. We're here at the Walker Field at the middle school. The high school field having some work done. I'm Rob Silver. You're watching us on WACA-TV. This game tonight being brought to you by Technoplex Flexibles and Marathon Deli. Just about to kick off. Going to do our best to get you some of the names of the players. They're not wearing their numbers tonight, but I do have the help of one of the parents out here. Gave me some good insight as one of the assistant coaches as well. So try and get you as many names as possible on the Ashland side. Nice kick, little squib, and might be an automatic fair catch for preseason. Yeah. Yeah, for preseason. Should be a good test for the Ashland Clockers. Wellesley, generally a division higher than Ashland in the past. That's Luke Herter under center. Hands it off to Molesky. Moves the pile. Gets about 6, 7, 8, 10 yards. Although they blew it dead after 8 yards. Molesky's going to see the bulk of the work on the running game this year. Supported by Peter Gigliotti. And I'm sure they'll sprinkle a few other guys in there on occasion. So it's 2nd and 2 on the 38-yard line. Herter rolls out to his right. Finds his receiver underneath for a nice pickup of 9 yards. Not sure, it could be Troutman. The receiving core for Ashland consisting mainly of Max Palin, Jake Troutman, Jake Rimza, Keegan Weiss, and Connor Kramer. Generally speaking, we could recognize Connor Kramer as he's one of the taller receivers. Usually he lines up in the tight end position. So it's 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line. Hand off to Molesky. Once again, gets a couple yards after the initial contact. And that's about 3 on that carry. Looks like Gigliotti comes into the huddle wearing the red shirt. That's my scout, Mark Drozek, pointed that out. It's Gigliotti in motion, gets the handoff, follows a blocker. Pickup of about 8. And a flag on the play. It's probably going to be a hold. That is the call, holding. So it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That was 2nd and 17. We were talking about the sweep play. Just the jet sweep, a lot of things go wrong. See a lot of motion penalties. That one resulted in a hold. That's why we play these scrimmage games, try and work out the kinks. So we'll see what Herder does, kind of in a passing situation. He fakes the handoff, rolls to his left. He's got a wide open receiver. Catches it going to the ground. Secures that for a 27-yard gain. Herder will be taking pretty much all the snaps this year, was platooning a bit in the Fall 2 season last year. Ashley and Clockers, as you probably know, were Tri-Valley victors, three-way winners last year between Norwood and Holliston. That play goes for no gain. First unproductive play. Raiders finished 3-2 in their season. Connor Kramer comes into the huddle. So, 2nd and 11. Wellesley gets the handoff, bounces outside. He's tough to bring down. I don't think he's actually been tackled yet. They've basically blown the whistle before they've knocked him to the ground 3 out of 3 times. Not a lot of yardage there, only a couple. So it brings up 3rd and 9, almost a 2-down territory, 4-down territory. So see if they can get a chunk here. Fakes the handoff. He's got him over the middle, wide open. Play well executed up until the final part where he had to catch it. But another nice throw. Good patience by Herder to wait for his receiver to get open behind the defense.
Good protection.
Yeah. Definitely has had good protection on that one as well. So here it is, 4th and 9. Got to get to the 30-yard line, 20-yard line to keep the drive going. Might be looking to the sideline. Might be a good time to take a timeout. All receivers going, and the receiver just slipped. The play was there, but he slipped on the cut. He was a couple yards beyond the 1st down marker. So, ball goes over to the Raiders on the 29-yard line. Again, at this point, we want to thank our sponsors, Technoplex Flexibles. This is their 2nd season sponsoring us here at Ashley and Clocker Football and all sports. Globally integrated company focused on developing and manufacturing innovative packaging materials. Ashland facility produces packaging for medical devices and essential products to help in the battle to treat and eliminate COVID-19. Raiders with their first offensive play of the game. Nice move by their running back. Picks up 6 yards. And if everything goes according to plan, right now, we'll get to that announcement in a second. As man in motion gets the handoff, goes wide. First down, pick up a 4. But opening season for the Clockers, they'll be hosting Greater Lowell Regional next Friday night if the track and the field is ready by then. And that will be a 7 p.m. game up at the Plateau at Ashland High School. If the track is not ready, it looks like the game will be Saturday afternoon here at Walker Field at Ashland Middle School. First pass of the game. Nice little play there. 6-yard route. Avoids the tackler. Gets another 6 yards. And it's another first down for the Wellesley Raiders as they cross midfield. Now on the Ashland Clocker 49-yard line. Deep set. Hands it off. And a flag at the end of the play. Yeah. Personal foul, face mask. It's at the 25, so it's going to be half the distance, or do they do 10 yards? Yeah, half the distance. Yeah. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 12.5-yard line. The Raiders moving with ease down the field. Couple nice passes, some good runs by number 27. We'll get his name in a minute. As they go the other way. Tackled for about a 1-yard gain. Little rug burn for the linebacker there, for the Clocker guy. That'll wake him up. 2nd and 9. Same play they ran before, and again he avoids the tackle, waltzes into the end zone. So the Raiders having their way on offense. Lining up for the point after attempt. Yep, movement on the Wellesley line. It's going to back them up 5 yards. Snap is good. Kick a little wide, but a good snap, good hold. Yeah. It's a tough angle. It's deceiving, yeah. Rewind it. You can watch it on replay. No, I'm just kidding. Just having a little conversation with the Wellesley students filming their extra point. So the score is 6-0. Midway through the first quarter. No. Raiders set to kick off. Nice boot there. Picks it up on his 8-yard line. They're just allowing the execution of the kick and the reception and no contact on the special teams, which is one of the more dangerous plays in football. So no need for a scrimmage to lose anybody for the season. And that actually does it for the first quarter. Goes a lot quicker when there's no incomplete passes. So after one quarter, it is the Wellesley Raiders 6, Ashland Clockers nothing. Clockers going on offense. You're watching Ashland Clocker football on WACA-TV, Ashland. We'll be back in a moment. Senior captain, Luke Herter, the call on the sweep. Good read by the Raiders, and that goes for a loss of 3 yards. Play looked like it was slow motion, just never really developed. And the quarterback, Luke Herter, one of 4 senior captains, the others being Matt Gillis, Dylan Drozek, and Andrew Molesky. So after a loss of 3, brings up 2nd and 13. Gigliotti in motion. Fakes the handoff, rolls out. Throw just a little bit in front of the receiver. Wouldn't have gone for too much. So it's 3rd and 12. What started out as a pretty efficient offense is now stalled since getting deep into the Wellesley territory on their first possession. Single coverage here to the bottom of the screen. See if Herter tries to take advantage of that. As good pressure. The Wellesley defensive line just crushed everybody. Speaking of crush, great crush, courtesy of Marathon Deli, supplying dinner tonight for the crew. Want to give a big shout out. Got a chef salad waiting for me. Got a little chicken and broccoli, chicken and pasta. What did you get, Connor? Steak and cheese? Connor Donovan, steak and cheese. Doesn't like to mix it up. If it's not broken, don't try and fix it. Oh, So he does mix it up. Ooh, bad snap on the punt. Goes, he gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. Snap wasn't terrible, it just bobbled it. I don't know if he took his eye off it. But good teams put a little pressure on you, make you throw you off your game a little bit, as Wellesley did there. So it's normally a pretty fired up Clocker sideline. Is a little quiet right now. Not what they expected. But again, better to get this out in the scrimmage. So the quarterback for Wellesley, we found out, is Vince Ferrara, just a junior. Good job there by the defensive line. Defensive line consisting of Dylan Drozek, Pat Delorias, Connor Kramer, and a player to be named later. 3 of them are set. They're still working on the 4th. I don't know who it was. But, we'll have the rosters all set next week. My apologies if I missed somebody's name. Player in motion, same player. Oh, tries to stiff arm him, and Gigliotti having none of that. Running back stiff armed him right in the face, but Gigliotti shook it off and wrapped him up for a 5-yard loss. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 17. And it is a 4-down territory as well for the Raiders. So they'll just try and get a chunk here, if not the whole thing. Farrar drops back, some pressure. Forces him to overthrow it. 1 Raider, 3 Clockers in the area. Dangerous throw, and it sailed on him. The reality, though, at this point, interception's as good as a punt if you're not going to get a 1st down. I thought I heard him say delay a game. I don't know, maybe somebody moved the ball or did something. There wasn't enough time. Too many men in the huddle? I don't know. So now it is a punting situation. Nice Raider bounce. Almost. See what the ref says. It's either down at the half-yard line or a touchback. They're going to call it a touchback. Yeah. So the Clockers were able to buckle down and not give up any points after the muff punt or miss punt. And those 2 sets of downs, basically 2 possessions, pretty much washed out. The Clockers will take over at the 30-yard line after this timeout. If you're hungry, halftime head on down to Marathon Deli, just about a half mile down the road from Ashland Middle School. Tell Doug or Jimmy that WACA-TV sent you.
Maybe they'll have a Grove Hub delivery.
Yeah, but Marathon Deli may be the longest running sponsor of Ashland sports. Definitely one of the most generous of sponsors. Although I wouldn't really expect too much from Technoplex Flexibles as far as not sure I'd really need or want any of their giveaways. Yeah. COVID test, but yeah. But we certainly appreciate them being a part of the Ashland Clocker community and supporting Clocker sports.
See what we can muster.
So here we go. Clocker's taking over, 1st and 10. Molesky, stutter step, gets to the outside, breaks a tackle. 15 yards. And if he does get into the open, he's deceivingly quick. Was saying earlier, beautiful night for football. It's about 70 degrees, no breeze. A couple hornets floating around, but besides that, hand off to Molesky again. Pushes the pile forward for 5 yards. First contact is about 2 yards in. He pushed the pile forward for another 3. Okay, guess that bench doesn't move. No, it's all right. Thank you.
That's what I was told to do. He did mittens. Gotta help. 49.
So they spotted at the 49, so it's 2nd and 6. They go to fake to Molesky. Over the middle, he's open. Gets down to the 5-yard line as Herder hits his receiver in stride. Perfect throw, perfect execution again. 46 yards. And it brings up 1st and goal at the 5.5-yard line. Herder's been pretty accurate tonight. It's that he's got a lot of practice playing catcher for Ashland Clockers, throwing down to 2nd. Yeah, and the Ashland Legion, post 77. Hand off to Gigliotti, and he is met 2 yards into the backfield by big number 50. I think it's Will. That's all I know. A loss of a yard there, so it's still 2nd and goal. Oh, what?
The 8. 2nd goal at the 8.
Oh. And my spotter says the 8-yard line. I'm saying 7. 2nd and goal. Fakes the handoff, but Wellesley's not fooled. He gets away from one guy. Hits the player in the flat, and he's over. Sheer determination on all parts of that play. great job escaping the tackle in the backfield and having the wherewithal to spot the receiver.
Third down at the 1.
It's third down. You didn't get in. Third down at the 1, the half, quarter. Oh, yeah. And the Hornet is now in the booth. Herder hands off, and he's in the end zone there. That evens the score at 6 apiece. So it's John Gillia coming on to attempt the extra point. Who's holding for him? Is it Weiss? I know Weiss did a little holding last year when Matt Neal ended up going down. So not sure. Nice snap. And that one is through. So Ashland, after holding on defense, runs down the field 70 yards, highlighted by a 46-yard pass from Herder to the unknown receiver. They're able to punch it in on third down. Extra point makes it 7-6 in favor of your Ashland Clockers. I'm going to check with my sources over here. Who is the long snapper? We don't know. Not sure if it's the same one as last year, but he looks a lot more crisp. Notice last year in the fall 2 season, a lot of the long snaps, whether it be on the punt or the extra points, kind of just didn't get there. They were just kind of waiting for it to, you know, you'd almost have the guy kicking before the ball was there. So, yeah. So that was good to see, and a nice hold. I believe it was Weiss on the hold. So first kickoff for Ashland. Gillia. Squib kick. Fielded nicely by Wellesley. That would not be effective in the regular season. It's not what we want to see. So Wellesley will take over at their 30. It's got to be late in the second quarter, as best as we can tell. So this is Wellesley's third offensive possession. Last time out, they didn't go to their running back, Max Purrier, who was very effective in the first possession. Not sure who's back there now, but some good pursuit. And it's Dylan Drozak in the backfield. Nice team sack. A lot of Dylan Drozak fans in the booth right here. It's good. It's all good. So that sack drops him back 7 yards. Wellesley may be content just to run the clock out. See if Ashland forces them, forces some timeouts. Try and get another possession. There's a handoff, some space. Gets back 15 of the 17 yards.
Yep.
He was close to breaking some last time. And that's why that. And that's the half. So 1 half in the books here at Walker Field. It is the Ashland Clockers leading the Wellesley Raiders by a score of 7-6. You're watching Ashland Clocker football on WACA-TV. I'm Rob Silver. Come on back. All right, welcome back to the second half action here at Walker Field. Ashland Clocker football here on WACA-TV. I'm Rob Silver. At the half, it is 7-6. The Ashland Clockers lead. First score was the Wellesley Raiders. Missed the extra point. Ashland held on defense back and forth, and then just before the half, they were able to go 70 yards highlighted by a 46-yard pass from Luke Herder to Jake Rimza, and then a nice scramble by Herder on a second and goal play. Dumped it off to Gillis, who fought down to the half-yard line. And then on third down, it was punched in by Andrew Molesky, who's had a solid game on the ground for the Clockers. Extra point by John Gillia was good, and that's where we stand, 7-6. I want to just give a quick shout-out again to our crew tonight. Connor Donovan, Mackie Kotob, Tom Hamilton, and the new guy to the crew. Welcome aboard, Justin O'Brien. Always nice to have some new blood in the mix. And shout out to my spotter tonight, Mark Drozek. Very helpful. And want to recognize all the coaches for Ashland, head coach McKay. And shout out to the athletic director, Stephen Marks, for making all this possible. The logistical nightmare of redoing the track up at the high school as Ashland is kicking off. Caught cleanly. That would have been a nice play for Wellesley and a unfortunate play for Ashland. Gonna have to work on the kickoff, figure something out. And also want to give a shout out and a thank you to our loyal trainer, Amy Mendoza, keeping everybody healthy on the sidelines. Once again, the sponsors tonight, Technoplex Flexibles and Marathon Deli, for all your dinner, lunch needs. Quarterback steps back to pass, fires a nice open play, and there's a Raider down with an injury. "11 yards on the play. Offensive lineman immediately took off his helmet. And that's number 50, who's having a good game. He's able to walk off under his own power, which is good to see. Yeah, the nice tackle for a loss earlier in that second quarter, first half. So hopefully nothing major, and we'll see him back in action. So after the 11-yard play, it is now first down and 10, 41-yard line. That's Ferrara handing it off, dragged down for a 4-yard loss. Connor Kramer into the backfield. One thing you'll notice about the Ashland Clocker line, defensive line, a bit more speed this year. Sean Harding not on the line, who's a big presence. That pass is dropped. So it's going to bring up a third and about 15. Man in motion. Gets the handoff wide. Clockers played that one very nicely. 5 yards, and that brings up a 4th and 10 and a punt. So it's one clocker back at the 28-yard line. End over end. Fair caught, and he bobbled it. But he's able to recover. One of the reasons why you'll often see Coach McKay just let the ball bounce. Especially those end over end and on a windy day sometimes. Half the time it's going to bounce backwards anyways. Fair catch doesn't really give you a huge advantage, the risk reward, as far as I'm concerned at this level.
Get ready to go. Still playing. First unit. Second coming in short. Going with gunk.
Going with the gunk formation. Pitch to Gigliotti. He's able to break it outside. Gets some good yardage, about 8 yards. Coach McKay adding that formation to the lineup last year, and very successful with it. Yeah, actually 9 yards on the play. They'll run this a few times. Speaking of running, look at Tom Hamilton run over there to get you the good camera angle. Good sidestep by Wellesley. Falls forward for 5 yards out of nothing. So we'll see the first unit take a couple more snaps. I'm going to get some of the other players in here on both sides. Coaches talked about that. That's the nice thing about having a regular season. Get the luxury of playing a few more players, not just the seniors. The inside counter handoff to Gigliotti, 4 yards. All right, 2nd and 6. Pitch to Wellesley. Just hard to bring him down if he gets any momentum. Out of nothing, it's 10 yards, and here comes the subs. Speaking of subs, Marathon Deli. Subs, wraps, paninis. They got it all. MarathonDeli.com. Right there, 135 in Ashland. Wow. Is that McGough at quarterback? Jack McGough in at quarterback. Two Ashland receivers got their hands on that ball. He's up 2nd and 10 on the 42-yard line. Low snap. McGough keeps it. And nope. The Raiders slow to get up. Hard hit. That's the downside of the whistle at full game speed. It's hard to stop playing. And somebody does stop playing and the other kids don't, and ultimately something like that happens, but it's for the protection of the quarterback. You don't need the quarterback scrambling and taking a big hit, and he gets up and jogs off the field. So fortunately nothing major there. It'll be 3rd and 8. Goff steps back to pass. One-on-one coverage. He's one-on-one coverage. He had the height advantage, and he knew the play. He was just able to outmuscle his defender, who never really turned around. So a 25, 30-yard strike there brings up 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. McGough hands off. A good cutback. Made a little something out of nothing. Two yards. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. McGough signaling to the outside receiver. Another low snap. McGough rolls out. He's got his receiver, and it's picked off. Poor decision and a poorly thrown ball. Can't take anything away, though, from the Wellesley defender. Good job reading that and forcing the bad throw. So Wellesley, after the interception, they'll take over. We'll see if they take over at their 3-4 yard line or if they spot it at the 30. And just a little rundown, upcoming action, September 8th. That is next Wednesday. Ashland boys soccer will be hosting Holliston. And the girls volleyball, the defending Tri-Valley Large champs, playing at 6:30, hosting Holliston. That's on September 8th. And girls field hockey against Holliston on September 9th, 4 p.m. game. And just stay posted to the Ashland website to find out exactly where the games will ultimately be played. I can tell you this, the girls volleyball will be in Ashland in the gym. So the field being done or not done is not going to affect that. All right. Ball is at the 1-yard line. See if the Raiders can go 99 yards. They take over trailing by 1 point, 7-6. Their backup quarterback. Nice throw out into the flat. Picks up a good 6-7 yards. Gives them some breathing room. It'll be a 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. Call it 4. Oh. Yeah. Backup quarterback for Wellesley. Threw it a little behind his receiver, actually right in the hands of the clocker defender. Just couldn't hold on. Might have surprised him. It was so big 3rd down for Wellesley. A little bit of movement. I don't think somebody wasn't set. So that's going to push him back half the distance. So push him back 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. Well, they didn't push him back far enough, but that's okay. 3rd and 7. Nice job by the Wellesley quarterback, bouncing back after the shaky 2nd down play on a crucial 3rd down. Moves the ball out to the 23-yard line, and more importantly, a 1st down. It's not a real crisp throw. Wouldn't be surprised if one of the Clocker defenders jumped on one of these passes. Handoff. Good job by the Raider running back to stay in bounds and keep pushing forward. Very efficient 7-yard run. Huh? Has to make me run. 6-yard run. Brings up 2nd and 4. As the Raiders all look at their wristbands for the play call. Quarterback drops back to pass. He's lucky that was underthrown. It was the only one that was going to get it was the Ashland Clocker. But the pass rush got in his face, definitely forced him to alter his throw. And it brings up a 3rd and 4 on the 29-yard line. How's that camera angle from Tom Hamilton? Nice. Oh, got the rush on, forces the throw. Running to his left. Pressure forces the errant throw. And it's now 4th and 4. And that's the game. Not an official 4 quarters. They want to get the second stringers in there. So the final from Walker Field, it's the Ashland Clockers 7, the Wellesley Raiders 6. In this final tune-up before the regular season kicks off. And again, season's going to kick off next Friday night, hopefully at the Plateau at Ashland High School, as the Clockers will be hosting Greater Lowell Regional slated for a 7 p.m. game. Stay tuned to the Ashland website as the field and the time may change depending on the field. Want to thank again our sponsors, Technoplex Flexibles and Marathon Deli. And have to thank our crew. The new guy, Justin O'Brien, welcome aboard. Mackie Kotub, Tom Hamilton, and running the whole production, Connor Donovan. And I want to thank my spotter tonight, Mark Drozek, for supplying me with some good information all along. And on behalf of WACA-TV, I'm Rob Silver saying good night and go Clockers.